faces. Wonderful to be here. Hopefully you'll get something out of this weekend. Chris and I were talking about what we're going to do, but it never really went beyond the talking. So it's just going to morph organically into something that I hope you guys can appreciate. Okay, square it. Let's do some basics. Okay. All right, feet together. Get a nice line. Together. Heels together, I should say. Okay. Right side facing. Right. Iriki say. Eat. 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 Iriki say. Eat. Turn. Stick. Eat. 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 Good. And front and back. Right. Cross bend body change. Eat. 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 95-degree turn. Eat. 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 Good. And final right. Together. Left side facing. Right. Same thing. Get each of the other side. Eat. 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 Get each of the other side. Eat. 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 And front foot back. Right? Tie the leg for those that you cross the body. Eat. 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 Tie the leg for those that eat. 95. Eat. 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 Good. And back. Great. Great. Slide up there. Good. Ellie, you okay? Or? Yeah. Okay. All right. You know what? Yeah, when I lined up, I was looking over there. I should be looking over here. The center was. Okay. Hey, we're going to do Yokomanuchi, Sokomaniri Minagi Ichi. I'm going to do two types. I'm going to do the basic one, that's what we're going to start with, and then we're going to do an advanced one, okay? So, number one. So, Ellie strikes, since it's a basic technique, in every single side strike, save one, we always go into the strike. So remember that. So if it's a basic technique and he strikes, side strike, I always go into the strike. From here, take the hand, move it like this, just bring it across your body. I come to here. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to think of myself, I'm going to think of expanding my chest. So I'm going to just do this, as if I'm going to expand my chest. Then go here. Make sure when you come in, there's hardly any daylight between you and him. So you're really being tight. From here, just shuffle forward. Okay? Are there any questions? Okay, let's turn around. Hey, can I just show you something? Just a couple of little things. You may? So just a couple of little things to work on. Okay. You have to remember that you want to keep this center line, your body vertical. Okay, so when he strikes, this is some mistake. If I go this way, my body isn't vertical. So if Dave were to walk away from me, I would experience this, right? So when I take the strike, what I try to do is I take the strike, he starts whack and hit me hard. So he goes, whack. Now, you okay? Yeah. So if he walks away from me, I don't bite because I'm here, okay? That's step one. So from this point, what we try to do is we try to keep ourselves vertical. When I go down, think about if my body disappeared, my head would fall directly between my feet. So if my body vanished, my head would fall directly between my feet. When I go down, I try to go down so it's as if my body is disappearing and I'm just dropping my head down to between my feet. You follow? If my body were to disappear, my head wouldn't fall there. You experience that when you do this, if I do this. Then if my body, where'd my head fall? Oh, fall over here. Well, that's not what I want to do. So again, if Dave were to walk away, I would fall over. So when you're doing this technique, think about just dropping your head down to here. If Dave were to walk away, it wouldn't make a stitch difference to me because I'm balanced. Why? Because my head is going down between my feet, okay? Every time we do seizaho, when we're going to do seizaho, we're here, 2 feet, we're going to go down. We don't do this, right? So practice doing seizaho, you're practicing doing what I'm just telling you. So even though it seems so mundane, what you're doing is you're dropping your head. Now the next step is, this knee is going to go down, but I don't do that to bring my knee down. What I do, keep my back straight, my knee goes here. So it's as if my head is falling in slow motion between my feet. At no point would my head go forward or back. So in this technique, so once I'm here, drop my head like I'm going to seizaho. Then I'm going to go forward, okay? This is the other part. When I go forward, if I'm ever in this position where Dave walks away, and I'm not in the right position, right? So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to expand this way, and Dave does this, and now I can go in. You follow? It's actually a very powerful technique. Okay? Let's try that. So think about your head. Okay. The other thing that a lot of you are being too kind. And I don't mean for you to hurt your opponent, but you want to be able to do the technique properly. And they will thank you for it because it'll actually feel okay for them. So once you're here, going down, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand this way. I'm going to step in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to, you okay? I'm going to try to get my hip in contact with her hip. So I'm going to so where was I? I'm going to actually slide in so my hip is in contact. So we're body to body. Think of us as 2 pieces of a puzzle, right? And I'm going to fit in with her. My body's going to fit in like this. At this point, what people do is they just kind of go forward. What I want you to do, this is the part that I want to emphasize, is that you're kind of turning one, okay? And I got to hold her up because what she should feel is she should feel it here. It should crush her lower back. And then I'm going to slide. I'm being gentle, but you slide forward. What you're not doing is you're stopping here. You're not really sliding. Do you remember when we did that exercise at the beginning of class? We did Kodose Ichi? That's what I want. I want you to really expand. Got it? Okay. So this is a basic technique. So this has to be an expression of that. It's big. Okay? Let's 2 minutes and I'll change it. And so that's basic technique. So if I want to make this a more advanced technique, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the other way. So as he strikes, I'm going to go this way. So he comes in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go this way. So this time I'm turning in the opposite direction, okay? Which makes a lot more sense. Then from here, I'm just going to let this hand come by me, and now this is Sokamin Nari. The difference between Sokamin Nari and Shomin Nari really is Uke's position. So if he's offering this to me, I do this. If Ellie were this way, I would do this. So since he's this way, because this is a technique I'm doing, I'm going to go soak him in the nagi, right? So what I'm going to do is from here, this is the tricky part, I'm going to try to enter, and I'm going to try to enter like a knife, not like a pair of scissors. The difference is, if I enter like a pair of scissors, think of this as the one blade, the top blade, let's say, and my leg as the bottom blade. If I enter like a pair of scissors, I would be like this. Blade 1, blade 2, and then I try cutting by merging those two blades together. Instead, what I'm going to try to do is enter like a knife so that the two blades are almost right on top of each other. The problem is, of course, his leg, and so I can't make it like a knife. I can't have my hand right over my thigh, but I'm just going to fit my leg. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to fit my leg behind his leg. So I enter this way. Now that's all I do, is once he's here, I don't think about my arms, I just shuffle forward. Okay? The biggest mistake that people make in this technique is they enter like this. And what happens is, this arm is in a terrible position. And if Ellie were to resist even a bit, it would be really difficult for me to do that. So if I enter this way, it's really difficult for him to resist. You follow what I'm saying? So think of the analogy of entering like this, like a knife, instead of like this. Okay, got it? Okay. So, one of the things that's happening is that we're colliding too much. So, it's not good to collide. If you collide, if I'm doing one wrist grasp, let's say, and I'm doing this technique from one wrist grasp, oftentimes the mistake that beginners make with this is they tend to body check uke. So they come in and they body check. If I body check Andrew, his reaction is to walk away, to step away. In Sokomen Rini Nagi, the secret, I think, is to be able to do like a three-point landing, all simultaneously. So in other words, this is a bad landing. Here, bump, bump, bump. I don't want that. What I want to happen is everything happens at once. He becomes trapped. He doesn't get bang, bang, and he's still standing? I don't think so. He would have left long ago. When you do this technique, we'll go to our technique. What I want to do is I don't want this. I don't want that to happen. So the way I get around it is as soon as his body offers me this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to go in there. And now I'm here. And now he's trapped. As opposed to experience bang, bang. That is this. I don't want that. So what I'm going to do, the hand's going to come in like that. You follow what I'm saying? So think about putting that hand first almost, like a microsecond before your body comes in. Okay, and then have your body follow it. All right?